One shall stand, and one shall fall.
Yeah. New kids on the block. We here and making it pop. Don't care if you like it or not. The spot we want is the top. The head nerds in charge and I foresee to making things happen. If you think you heard what you thought you heard, go ahead and play that thing back. Coming out the speakers in the car in the man cave. The mother bus is about to be knocked off the airwaves. So be very afraid. Better check your gameplay. Sitting on all that and finna take away your fan base. The stage is set. Better put respect up on our name. What you get right now, you get it later. A consistent game, a steady dosage. Once you started, you can't get enough. The people's chant ain't a topic we ain't finna touch. So bring your A game, cause the boys behind the mic finna do the same thing. One time for the one time, let it off like bang bang. We aiming to be the greatest. We accepting any challenge. With a snap of the finger, bringing balance. Let's make it happen. You tuned in to the place to be. You tuned in to HNIC.
Head nerds in charge.
You tuned in to the place to be. You tuned in to HNIC.
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me. The HNIC.
That's right. Get the chains off the doors. Get the chains off the doors. The enemy is at the gate. The enemy is at the gate. Listen up. I am KINGCURTLIVE. That's my alter ego. But while we on the mic, you can call me King Prime. And we are the head nerds in charge, HNIC. We on your box. Now I got to the left of me my man 50 Grand. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm the man known only as Nemo, aka No One, aka the world's forgotten boy, the Negro you love to hate. And to my left, we call him A-Dot. What you call yourself, man?
A-Dot, aka Average Joe. I have a superpower. It's called sitting on the couch, watching movies for extremely long periods of time. And most people can do it, so it's average. Let's get it.
Wow.
So he Netflix and chills by himself.
I can't touch that.
Yeah. Nor should you.
That's a bad road.
That's a
dark road.
We're already heading down a very dark path, and we just started.
Set it off with real jokes. Let's go.
Listen, y'all, this is your number one. Well, will be your number one. It should already have been your number one hip hop blerd talk radio right here, right now. We about to change the game. We're trying to do it the best way we know how. And honestly, we came together on a humbug because we do this all the time, right, guys?
Yeah. All the time. This is regular conversation.
So we trying to connect with y'all. We wanted this to be a show about the listener. We wanted this to be a show about all our friends, all the blerds, all the nerds, all the geeks, all our people up in Geekanda. We wanted this to be about y'all. And I need y'all to know this call-in number. Because we want to talk to the people, right?
Absolutely.
So I need y'all to know, write this down. And then matter of fact, save it in your phone so you call.
Tattoo it on your arm.
And you can save it on the bag, radio bag. The call-in number is 877-226-0998. I'm gonna say it again, one time for the one time. 877-226-0998. Call me, baby.
Oh,
Okay.
When it's 8 o'clock right now, but at that 9 o'clock hour, it's the bewitching hour.
right. You can call me until 9.
R&B.
Yeah, little Geekanda after dark.
Yeah.
That we almost got in trouble with that one. Listen up. We want y'all to call in. We want y'all to connect with us. We want y'all to give us your opinions on what we're talking about. We got a lot to talk about today.
We got too much.
It's really more than we had originally anticipated. So we're gonna work our way through our little outline. We're gonna talk about a few things. We got some hot topics coming in. Primarily, we're gonna just talk about all things pop culture.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of this nerd life, cosplays, Comic Cons. Shout out to my man M. Will, who did our intro music for us, and that was big for us.
Good job, man.
And he's a terrible singer, but he's a phenomenal rapper. I told him, I said, leave that singing mess alone. Go ahead on, name yourself 6ix9ine Hippity Hop or whatever. and just spit bars. Spit bars. I mean, look, I'll sign him. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
To that radio label you owe.
Well, give him some little Caesar pizza as a signing bonus.
There we go.
That's about it. But what we got to talk about today, Tom?
All right. Let's start off the hot topics. You went to to a great premiere last night, I think.
Oh, man. Did anybody else get to go?
No,
Anybody?
I gotta go.
Did you go?
Yeah, I went.
You went without me?
Yeah, I went with you.
That's a bad start. That's a bad start. This is the first show y'all go see stuff separate.
Wait a minute. Listen, I got enough problems. Not you.
Exactly.
So let me tell you what we went to go see.
Masala.
We went to go see Attack on Titan Season 3 premiere. Oh, baby. That was a terrible. That was almost borderline Reese's. Was that Reese's?
I'm not mad at you though. Keep going.
All right, beautiful.
We're gonna hit Nerd in charge.
Well, we won Pearl Harbor anyway. Look, this is what we're talking about. Attack on Titan Season 3 was off the chain. Now, I was a little bit late in true Negro fashion, so I was okay because I didn't know the first 2 hours was them re-showing the final episodes of Season 2.
Oh.
So once I walked in, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I've already seen this. And then once we got rocking and rolling, and you know, you kind of get to the end where you see Commander Irwin get the arm bitten off, and you know, he's it's like really, really epic. It's on a whole nother level. If you're not into Attack on Titan, it's one of the best animes that's out in the game. I know they got One Punch, and we got what's John? Look, everybody gave me the blank face.
Well, no,
Yeah, One Piece and all
Right.
that. But Attack on Titan for me is my go-to anime, aside from One Punch, because that's my man.
Okay.
But if right now they're showing another premiere tonight. It was Tuesday and Wednesday. You can go see it down at Riverview or at King of Prussia. No, not King of Prussia. The Chamonix Mall.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Chamonix. And you can go check it out right now. The Season 3 premiere, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but it's about to go ham. What do you think about it, A-Dot?
Oh, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Attack on Titan fan. Because
He just got fired from the show.
No, well,
I'm sliding my way into anime.
I'm like
and I start with a different genre, right? Different type.
Right. Well, see, my thing is, I only saw 1 episode. I think 1 or 2 episodes. Can someone explain to me? Does it get any different? Like the voice acting was hilarious. It was the most dramatic. It was like, I will get him! Oh my God! And I was sitting there like, this is a real show.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I got paid for this.
It felt like your girl saw you doing something you wasn't supposed to, and she just screamed at you for half an hour.
Yes, yes. And I was like, is it still like that?
But this time you wanted it. like it was completely epic, and I'm not saying that, you know, the American dubs
Right.
can go either way. Some people say you're not a true anime fan unless you listen to it into the Japanese language, but
And read subtitles.
Subtitles.
Yeah.
I know.
Stop
I feel
it. I'm good. Stop it.
Not a huge fan
You're
of it.
fake, a phony.
First of all, you assume I'm literate.
I don't read that fast.
Listen, I went to Martin Luther King High School. It was hit or miss.
I can't read.
Listen, you ain't never lied. Philly public school system, we love you. Don't think that we don't love you back. But you did us a disservice in the 80s.
But we don't go to the movies to read.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
But-
period was boxing.
Facts. now, mind you, since well, you know, basically go check out that Attack on Titan Season 3 premiere if you can. If not, it'll be out real soon, and it leaves on a cliffhanger. And I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. Season 3 is going to be phenomenal. I can already tell. And fortunately, the mangas. I'm almost caught up on the mangas.
Okay.
And they follow the storyline pretty closely. Beast Titan is about to do some funky things, and you get a little bit more insight on who the Titans are.
All right.
Oh, it's so good.
They look cool. A lot of the show
Anti-government.
looked great. A lot of the show really looked great. You know, so I need to revisit it. I was watching it with my wife, cracking up laughing. I could see her getting angrier and angrier, and that made it even funnier. Because I'm allowed to.
Because pissing off your wife is always
It's glorious.
an added bonus.
It's
Always
glorious.
an added bonus. Now, we also, I know all of us now, we consider ourselves, you know, top-notch geeks if we hadn't already seen Marvel's latest movie,
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. All right, come on, fellas. What do we think of it?
It was so okay.
I'm with you.
Where I'm at, man.
Tom, where you at with it?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh, Tom.
I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. All right. I watched the last couple minutes.
Yes.
It is. But I watched the last couple minutes of Infinity War, and then the screen went black, and I was like, "Ain't nothing gonna be better than this year." Like, and I can't get hyped for anything. It's like, "Oh, why don't you go see Solo?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
No, Solo was a good movie.
I need to see some independent films because once Infinity War was done, I was like, I had Black Panther and Infinity War in like 3 months. I'm
Right.
good.
Well,
So I'm going to do it. I get hyped for it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
I'm 100% with my man, Average Joe. It was just okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna knock it because it is another home run, in my opinion, in the long line of home runs for Marvel.
Okay, for Marvel, it's like phenomenal for DC.
DC,
right?
yeah. DC could only hope to produce a movie like Ant-Man and Wasp. Now, of course, we get a little bit more insight on what's been going on with Ant-Man because it's taken in between Civil War and right before. Hold on, we got somebody on the phone lines. Caller, talk to me. What you got to say?
Now, first, I'd like to say welcome to PCRadioLive.com.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It really is a family, I got to say.
We
It's
appreciate
big
that.
exclusive.
Hey, Big E!
Big E!
What's going on? My man, 50 grand. He keep a comic book shirt on.
Yes, he does.
Hey, I'm a Marvel fan. Not so much DC. First thing I want to say, like I said, is welcome to the fold. I love the idea and the concept of the show.
Thank you so
That
much.
intro was epic. That one shall stand and one shall fall.
Woo!
Yo,
Listen, King
Shout out
I'm
Brown.
sure
to-
your audience knows what that is.
Yo, they
But
should.
that was one of the most epic lines in cinema history from
Exactly.
Transformers the movie, I believe in 1986.
Ooh, did he really do it? Did he really do it?
That man named Dates.
Listen, y'all, PC Radio hiding geeks around here. We just had to bring it out.
The key grip was Billy Jenkins.
Listen, what? Did he really go back to the
He
Transformers
did.
movie 1989 where all kids' hopes and dreams were destroyed?
Oh, yes.
Big E, let me ask you, what do you think? What do you think about Ant-Man and Wasp?
It was okay.
man, we right on the same page.
It really wasn't for me. It just was one of those movies I could have honestly did without.
One of those movies I could do without. Now, wait a minute, E, that's a little bit deeper than just okay. If you could do without it, I mean, it's a puzzle piece into the Marvel MCU.
I just thought it was bad.
Oh, we bad.
Look,
Tell us how you really
we got to
feel,
treat it like Law and
my
Order.
friend.
Upon further questioning, we found out that he really did not like the movie.
This thing took a turn.
Listen, you ain't got to sugarcoat it for us, baby. Tell us how you really feel.
Why is that? Why was it
I
bad?
thought it was whack though. Honestly, the comedy, wasn't there for me. The lady ghosting in and out, how they beat her, them rescuing his wife.
Wait a minute, hold on. Can we say spoiler alert first?
Should we say spoiler alert?
Listen,
Spoiler
cover your ears if you haven't seen it yet. But spoiler alert. But now they know. The people know. That's all right. They should have already seen it.
But can you really spoil a bad movie?
It just wasn't for me. After seeing, Infinity Wars and Black Panther,
Yeah.
Ant-Man and Wasp was a huge letdown.
I agree.
If I'm being honest.
I honestly, I have to say, his assessment is spot on for me. Just because the comedy seemed really, really forced this time.
That was the problem. It was forced.
and
Comedy was forced.
I really feel like Paul Rudd is just a naturally funny guy.
Yeah.
And there's this particular scene in Ant-Man where Wasp is talking about how she would always hide in the same spot when her and her mother played hide and seek, and Paul Rudd retorted with, "Well, I don't think you get the concept of hide and seek." Hilarious, very spot on, very good timing. But then everything else after that just seems so hokey and so corny, so cartoony, and that just wasn't the comedy that they had played on previously. And then a lot of repetitive jokes from the first movie. I thought the action was better in this movie, but the overall story, comedy, and the villain, the Ghost.
Ghost is great in the comic. That's one reason why I'm down.
Right.
In this current environment that we have, to have a guy that's paranoid, doesn't trust the government, is completely insane, and is a corporate saboteur, is a great character. Oh, no.
It's not a guy.
It's a hot girl.
It's a hot girl. It's a hot girl. Surprise, surprise, Marvel. You put a hot babe in a comic book suit because, us blurs, we wouldn't know the difference.
It's nothing wrong with that. If I can
You were okay with it.
I'm
He's
kind
a
of
big picture guy. I appreciate that.
But I see what you're saying.
Right.
They lose a lot of the character, though.
The
Not because
relevance.
they changed
The relevance of
the
this
gender,
character.
but
Yeah.
Which is crazy because she's all about espionage, and then we got a brief overview of her backstory, and it was just really thrown in there, and it was like, oh yeah, by the way, this is the villain.
it's like the old Marvel movies when it was just like a piece of a villain, like Ronan the Accuser. It's like, we gotta fill 10 minutes. Let's have this dude in blue paint.
Honestly, she goes up in the villain history right up there for me with Mandarin, Whiplash, and
Tony Stark.
Oh my goodness! No. I think Mandarin and Whiplash are right up there. Like Biggie, how did you feel about the villain?
He felt
it felt lazy. It wasn't enough of a story to me.
That's my same problem. It wasn't enough of a story to it.
I heard oodles and noodles.
Yeah, we were afraid you had stroked out from the oodles and noodles test. I'm still, I try to call once a day and see if you answer.
Listen, for everybody that's listening out right there, you keep tuned to what we're doing here at PC Radio Live, because me and Big E did a competition, and it involves oodles and noodles and high levels of sodium and going blind and having a terrible medical report.
It is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. And then the warden did us dirty, but I won't tell you how he did it. Just know
it's genius.
When we drop this video, I need y'all to see it, because it's something that I can't really explain, but you'll see what I'm saying. Now real quick,
I can explain it.
All right,
I can explain it.
Go ahead, Biggie.
It's a train wreck. It's like one of those train wrecks of car accidents. Like, you gotta watch it. Like, you can't turn away.
Right.
It's a train wreck.
Two big dudes eating oodles and noodles.
I don't even know whose idea this was.
Nevertheless, a train wreck.
It was a terrible one.
It was like
I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna let you guys get back to the show. Congratulations.
Great to hear from you, fam.
Love the intro. It's gonna be great, and I can't wait to see it live, bro.
All right.
Keep doing your thing.
Thank you, bro.
Welcome to PC Radio.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Big E. That's love, man.
Yeah, that's great.
I really appreciate that.
On our live, we got my man Reverend Ron Jones. He's a legendary Philly wrestler.
Yes.
He made the comment, was she really a villain though? Was she really? No, and she wasn't. She was like one of those anti-heroes with a tragic backstory, and she's been through so much pain, it excuses the fact that she wants to kill people.
That works too, but not in a comedy.
She was like a bad Killmonger. Like, Killmonger, you were like, I see your point. Her, you were like, stop whining.
No, I ain't gonna front. Killmonger almost caused a revolution here.
Killmonger had people flaring up.
Yeah.
Like, we were on our job just looking at people like, what you want, white devil?
Listen.
I will follow those reports, but I'll do it with an attitude.
Curtis, did you do those reports? Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors. Listen, let me tell you something. Killmonger had a reaction up there with Rosewood, Roots, Malcolm X when it first came out. I don't care who you are. After you see those movies, you gotta take a day or two off. If you're a black man, you need at least a day of recovery.
I can't see you in the office, man. I don't know what to do.
And don't you dare pop fly. Don't you do? Listen, we come in half an hour late and wish you say something.
Why is Tom calling me a colonizer? I live in an apartment.
Yo, we definitely turned that into a racial slur.
It was horrible. It did. It was
crazy awkward.
It was
because when they flipped it back on you, you're like, wait a minute, isn't calling me a colonizer racist? And we were like,
hey, all my other words bad too. You didn't colonizer.
It's about the language I use now.
Listen here, brother. When I was incarcerated, the Emancipation Proclamation. Look, at the end of the day.
You know how many dashikis were on eBay by April?
Bro, let me tell you something. We went from Black Panther to Superfly.
We went from Black Panther to slavery was a choice in May.
Don't bring up Kanye. We're not that type of show. We're not going to hate on Kanye.
I'm sorry.
Though I refused to buy any of his music after he made those comments. And then I listened to his music.
Okay.
That album was booty.
I am no better. But we have some other movies in the tank, in the lineup, that we think that will tickle your ear. We got somebody else on the line? Oh, hey, we're popular. We popping. Hey, caller, how you doing? Welcome to Head Nerds in Charge. Talk to me.
Who that is? Did we lose?
Yeah, man. This is your boy. And Willie, don't be doggone silly.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. What's good with you, man, Willie?
Killed it.
Don't.
First of all,
here we go.
Here we go. Yeah.
First of all, King Kurt. All right, don't be coming at my singing career, dog. All right.
Listen, and Will, let me tell you something.
You ain't finna disrespect when I be out here going in these streets.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll always be the same person, whether I'm in the studio or in your face, baby. I'm gonna tell you the real.
Right.
And I love you, the best rapper that never got signed. I'm just saying.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Petty Wop.
I'm
Petty
here.
LaBelle.
I'm here listening to the show, and I'm like, man, I am like so not built for this Geekanda stuff. Like I had my boys calling me, but I didn't know the Injustice League just yesterday.
Wow. Whoa.
I'm like, man.
All right. So
I'm like,
we're gonna hang up on you now.
man.
Oh, listen to learn.
No. Well, they're good because then you're gonna get a great lesson in all black nerd culture, baby.
You're the perfect audience because we want this show for people that aren't.
I'm here for it, man. Hopefully, I can learn a little something by the time I'm done this show.
Oh, listen, trust me,
Now
brother.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm tired of being out the loop, man.
Well, listen.
I'm tired of.
We're gonna get you in the loop. Now, all I gotta say is your required reading for tonight.
Yeah.
Your required reading for tonight would be Batman Returns. I need you to go on Amazon. Start off with that. Would you agree?
Wait, the Dark Knight Returns? Or?
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns.
All right.
And I need you to start watching Luke Cage. That's the only two things you got.
That's true.
I'm gonna leave you with those two.
Oh, you know what? I am going to start watching Luke Cage.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
looks very interesting.
That's a good intro
I will
point.
definitely do that. But
It's right up your alley. It's all
proud of y'all, man.
Listen, it's
Y'all
all
keep
hip
up the
hop.
good work. Y'all
Thank you,
very
sir.
entertaining. Y'all very informative.
And Will,
Y'all keep it up, man.
maybe you
I'm
can
happy
sing
for
after
y'all.
all.
No, seriously. Y'all get this out.
Thank you, M. Will. Love
Thanks,
you, bro.
man.
That's love, yo. That fire energy.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell y'all
We
something.
appreciate that, man.
I'm just joking and playing. M. Will is a unique talent, and that's not the first time he had done something like that. Yeah, I'm gassing it.
Exactly. I'm like, don't ever call me unique. Tom is a unique talent. He's a man of many traits.
Curtis is fat. That means he's unique. He's different than all the rest. But no, M. Will is out here doing these things in these Philly streets, singing, shucking, and jiving. But let's get to these other movies that we want to talk about.
You want to talk about
Tom, what's on the box?
Equalizer 2 is coming out, which is basically Black Taken.
It's Negro taken.
And Negro Taken.
He ain't got time for a whole bunch of fancy words. He gets right down to the killing.
All the dudes around 60, 70 years old when an action movie now. And Michael Caine back there.
Why is
Master
that?
Bruce.
Well, hold on. Why do we get better at fighting when we get older?
Oh, that's reflexes.
Because you care less about life.
It's reflexes. It's anticipation.
Well, you know if you're 60 years old, you've got a good 5-10 years in you.
Duh.
You have no F's to give at that point.
No, I'm gonna tell you, all the martial artists I know around 60 have been fighting for like 40 years. I don't care what you do for 40 years, you're gonna be good at it. It could be tiddlywinks. You do not want nobody that's been practicing the fight for 40 years. You be like, I'm gonna throw this punch, and he's looking at you just twitch like, I'm gonna whoop his behind, and I'm gonna move 3 inches doing it.
Yo, let me tell you something. When I saw that movie, the first one,
Well,
Equalizer, Denzel Washington set his clock and said, I'm gonna do this in just a few seconds.
Yep.
I was floored. I can't wait to see the season.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. That right there is a dark horse movie because a lot of people did not see the first Equalizer. Surprisingly, and that thing was clutch.
It was a sleeper.
It was super clutch. And let me tell you something. As far as Denzel movies go,
Yeah.
the action doesn't take away from his acting ability. Let me tell you something. That is a scary old dude.
Yes.
That is a scary old dude. I would not, to this day, Zell from Training Day and Zell from Equalizer, same person.
Let me tell you something. That man, he used to be a trash man. He used to work in the trash truck.
You lying.
I'm dead up.
Denzel used to work on the trash
Denzel
truck?
used to work in the trash truck. You do not mess with somebody that has that kind of grit.
Let me tell you something, folks. I'm going to tell you something about Nemo over here. He has an oasis of knowledge that nobody can touch.
And it's useless.
It has afforded him no amenities in life. But it is perfect for our show.
It is.
If we were the Ninja Turtles, he'd be Donatello.
Right.
I mean, like, literally, the boys, the man is a genius. I don't want no problems because he's also a black belt in Negro Jitsu. He got the glow, y'all. This is the last dragon right here.
No, you know what's funny too is Equalizer reminds me of an old teacher, and like he used to walk in with like this Bill Cosby sweater, bald,
Yeah,
he was jolly. He would switch it to his gi, and then he would whip my monkey behind until my subconscious would just be like, just cry, and it'll stop hurting you.
Listen, let me tell you something. We also got Mission Impossible Fallout.
Looks good.
Talk about old people getting better at fighting.
Yes.
This is Average Joe's lane. Tell me about this Mission Impossible series because this dude is an aficionado.
Here's what's flooring me about Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise. We're not even talking about the original series.
Right.
Tom Cruise been doing these movies since the late 90s.
Yes.
That's crazy.
20 years.
That's
20 years he's been in this.
Jumping off buildings.
He does the stunts.
They get worse and worse every movie.
Like
When he was in that
lands
movie,
on a building,
yes.
he's landing on a building.
They were shooting that thing in Dubai, and I'm like, he's hanging on this window on this building.
Bro, I gotta grab my knees to go up the steps. This dude's jumping off buildings at 87 years
That
old.
man deserves every piece of fame he gets.
Listen, and he's all of 5'4" and a Scientologist. And here I am,
Exactly.
a strapping young black man, and I can't even get up the
There you
steps.
go.
We got somebody else on the phone lines. We lit, y'all.
We lit.
Caller, you are here with the head nerds in charge. Talk to me, baby.
Yo, it's the one and the only Ron Jones, Ron.
Reverend Ron Jones on the mic. Talk to me, Red. What's good?
Man, look, I just want to give you guys props and say I'm proud of y'all. This is good. I'm checking in. It's funny. I got the iPhone going, got the iPad going. I got the whole thing. This is dope.
Stream it everywhere, baby. Listen, let me tell you something.
much.
We actually are gonna have the
Oh, yeah.
good REM. The good REM. We gonna have. Listen, when we have our our wrestling week.
Yeah.
Y'all,
I talked to you about it today.
I know. We
Yeah.
just talked about it, Ron. Listen, this dude was just inducted into the Philadelphia Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Oh, nice.
For those that don't
Yeah.
know, this guy is my mentor. When I was 19 years old and I was a young strap,
Okay.
I had some wrestling aspirations.
Okay.
I thought I could have been the next big thing, and he took me on, and I was too broke to pay him, so I had to quit. But we stayed friends for years. Tell me, Ron, what you think about Mission Impossible, bro?
I'm tired of Tom Cruise saving the world.
Oh.
Tired of Tom Cruise saving the world.
Oh,
This is not Last Samurai. He's actually supposed to be in this movie.
I'm so tired of Tom Cruise. Every movie, the shortest dude in the movie, shit saving the world. Oblivion, Mission Impossible.
yeah, he is the safe. So what you trying to say
Granted-
is
and
they're
granted,
trying to build a
it's his
Jesus
movie, but still.
Christ. He's just not as tall.
So do you want to see him do something different, or do you not want to see him at all?
Well, he did the Mummy. He tried to do other
Something
stuff.
different, like, I'm mad that they kiboshed that whole Dark Universe thing, because I thought that was actually going to be pretty dope.
You know what? Honestly,
I was
you know what? He
excited
makes a really good point. Now that I think about it, the only movie that comes to mind where Tom Cruise isn't saving the world is Eyes Wide Shut, and I shouldn't have seen that movie at that
See,
age.
Ron, here,
No one should have saw that movie.
here's
I'm not saying this movie, but no one should have saw it.
That is a freak movie.
Ron, here's my problem. They did the Dark Universe, and then the movies were all bad. Like, the first person they went to is Guillermo del Toro, and he says, I want to do Return to the Black Lagoon, and they tell him, no, we don't like your idea. And then he takes the exact same movie and wins the Oscar with it. That's the sign that you screwed up. That's the sign you screwed up. That's like when you break up with your girl, and her phone blows up that night as soon as they find out she's single, you gotta be sitting in your house like, whoa, I messed up.
Yo, there is no worse feeling than when Bae gets picked up.
Yeah.
You can't make her a free agent.
You like,
and then she gets
ooh.
signed the next day.
Oh no.
She pull a boogie on you. You gotta kill her.
Going back.
When she breaks up with you and other just the girlfriend lottery, she was one. That's just the worst, man. That's the worst.
You ain't never lied. Listen, I don't like breakups at all, as is. I got too much of an ego. But that's Tom Cruise for you. Now, what do we got next after Tom Cruise?
Okay, The Predator. All right, this is very controversial for some reason online, and I don't understand why it's controversial, because if you're my age, you saw Predator 2 and it was trash. And then you saw Aliens vs. Predator
Oh my God.
and Predator Requiem, and they were all trash. So all of a sudden, Shane Black comes back.
Whoa. AVP 1 was okay. AVP 1 was horrible.
Agreed. I think AVP
Predator
1 was
2 was
okay.
1990, and that's what it was.
But here's my thing. We're not talking about like you're going to ruin the franchise with this movie. It's already been ruined. At this point, it's like saying, oh no, if she has one more drink, that will mess up Lindsay Lohan. It's already ruined. So there's nowhere to go but up.
Hey, Lindsay, do one more line.
Don't blame this movie. Blame Adrian Brody.
Oh, yeah.
But Adrian Brody. I'm so tired of him and his nose.
Oh,
That's
that was
not
the
right.
worst.
What's he supposed to do about that?
When I saw Predator
Ask
2
Michael Jackson.
and I saw the alien skull, I was so hyped because I was reading the Dark Horse comics
Yes.
at that point.
Facts.
Yes.
Like I was so excited for Alien vs. Predator as a movie, and they took forever to do it.
And you know what? On top of that, let's keep it 100. First Predator movie, Supreme
Oh
classic.
my God.
Second Predator movie, you could have burned that.
Trash.
You could have burned that.
It was Danny Glover.
It was Lethal Weapon with aliens.
No monster.
And no Mel Gibson.
No monster
drop
retains
I'm getting too
credibility.
old for these aliens, Rig.
Listen, and the best, I kept waiting for him to be like, I'm too old for this.
He couldn't go upstairs.
And the best part of the movie came at the very end when you realized that the alien world and the predator world were one and the same.
Right.
And they were together. And then, but then that set up.
That's probably the first known Easter egg for any movie
Here's
ever.
the point. Sanaa Lathan.
Wait a minute. Now you can't make that comment. We might have to double check. We might fact check that, but I believe you. I think that's the first Easter. Yeah. Because we fact check over here, but I'll let you make that claim. I'll get somebody on Google.
I mean, that's the first Easter egg that I remember.
Okay,
It
I'm
may
with
be other
that.
ones, but
I'm with that because I can't really think of any before then.
There had to have been, but that one was.
I mean,
you saw
that's the
that skull?
first existence of a shared universe.
Right,
Of any
right.
kind of movie
There
that
you
had
go.
a shared universe.
Once you
Yeah.
put that asterisk about a shared universe,
Yes.
I can't think of anything else.
So when I look at that trailer, I was
Nope.
excited to see this movie. Especially, did you see the second trailer with like the giant predator?
No, because this one in this Predator, this is where
Wait, did you say a giant predator?
Yeah, what basically happens is the trailer that everybody saw was the first one, and everybody's like, oh, okay, it's the same old predator. But the second trailer, it grabs the guy, picks him up, it's standing in front of this wall, and this hand just comes through and kills it. And there's
Didn't
another
you learn
predator.
from Independence Day Resurgence?
No, it was it's like
you
a
make it
hybrid.
really bigger, does it make it better?
I don't know yet, but I can just tell you, for me it was like, oh, I thought it was just another Predator movie. This thing is different. It's Shane Black. Let's see what happens.
yeah. At this point,
Yeah, it was Shane Black. I'm gonna give it that benefit of Shane Black. Yeah.
honestly, at this point in the game, I just want a fresh take on new movies. I'm tired of remakes, and I'm tired of like the newest remakes is, hey, let's throw a black guy in there. And see where it goes.
See, but here's the thing.
Or let's gender swap.
Yeah,
There have always been remakes because, like, I tell people, Scarface has been remade 3 times. There were just remakes. People just didn't know the first one existed.
fact.
Just do it well.
Yeah, and it has to be consistent with the rest of the universe. If it's one of them offshoots where nobody understands
No one cares.
what's going on, and then it's like, hey, wait a minute, this is garbage.
Yes.
And it's a garbage standalone movie.
Yes.
But it's in a shared universe, so now we got to acknowledge it.
Exactly.
Go
Speaking
ahead,
of
bro.
movies, I don't want to jump the gun. Did anybody see the new photos from Shazam?
No,
Yeah,
I did see the photos from Shazam.
It's still
the
kind of
boy,
weird.
he bulking up, ain't he? That's
No, they got a padded suit on him. It's very weird.
I'm not.
Oh yeah, it's movie magic, of course, but it actually looks good. He looks like Shazam from like the 80s and 90s and the 70s
does.
in comics. It looks good.
What?
I don't know if it looks
I'm
good.
like a big Shazam dude, so I'm actually looking
I
forward
mean,
to it.
look, Billy Batson is like a off-brand Wonder Woman to me. It's basically that mythological.
I like Captain Marvel because the heart of Captain Marvel is, what if you were a foster kid and you just never had any luck of your own, and then you're given ultimate power, but you're still a small kid.
No, forget that.
kid.
You're a 10-year-old around busting women all day with cleavage out. It's no way in the world I'm fighting crime like that. I'm just not. I'm 10 years old. That's the point, Tom. If you put me next to Power Woman,
You're saying that at 10 years old you're a fully developed man. You were like, I know how to please you.
Tom.
Let's go play Legos.
I can't talk about on the radio when I was 10 years old.
Oh, okay. Next up, Sony Pictures and Venom with Tom Hardy. What'd you guys think?
Beautiful segue, Tom. Thank you for bailing me out of that one.
Yes, sir.
Tom Hardy, Venom. I don't know.
Tom Hardy's a great actor.
Why does he have a lisp? Why? Excuse me, I'm 5.
Why did he sound like he did in Batman: The Dark Knight Rises?
Excuse me, I want to know about the people in the cage.
I want to watch Venom.
I'm not buying Venom. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm not buying Venom.
Can we look, because pretty soon we about to go. We about to go to a music break. But real quick, I want to ask the question: do we even need a Venom movie? Honestly,
Here's what I'm saying. I saw that
How
trailer.
can you have Venom without Spider-Man?
I agree.
That's what everybody's complaint is about this movie. This is Venom without Spider-Man. He's gone. He's not in
Now,
it.
mind you,
What's going
Marvel
on?
has
They've
been
done
running.
solo Venom books.
But that's what I'm about to say. Marvel has been running Venomverse.
Yeah.
And it's basically an entire
But
universe based on the
symbiote
symbiote.
is Spider-Man.
I get that, but I think before we even get to the Spider-Man argument, if we just break down the movie itself, because we want to see more comic book movies. I don't care how they do it. I mean, we saw offshoot, what ifs, one shots. And
I've seen some bad movies in the 70s and 80s, man. I suffered.
Well, we talking about comics? Or?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
But no.
I suffered through the Punisher, the first Captain America,
Dolph Lundgren butt naked in the sewer.
The Doctor Strange movie that it was they had one cheap one, but they also had the Hasselhoff as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Nick Fury.
There is nothing.
Oh, that was
worthy. Listen, we're gonna have to get a toilet bowl sound for when we mention David Hasselhoff's name in comic books because.
And let's not forget Generation Next. Oh my God, that was awful.
But see.
Generation X, whatever.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we know
on Fox.
Well, we talk now as far as Venom is concerned. I like the premise. Obviously, the CGI is going to be pretty on point from what I can see from the trailer. It seemed like they stayed kind of true to the
There's
character.
no Spider-Man.
I saw that trailer.
And that's
I saw the trailer.
That's rough. Now that doesn't mean I'm out.
The only way I would have bought a Venom movie.
Okay.
But are you going to see it?
Did anybody see Truth in Journalism, the Addie Shankar short?
No, I didn't.
No, I haven't.
Eddie brought Truth in Journalism.
Yes, I did. Because it was like Man Bites Dog. I just remember what you were talking about.
Of course, Tom did.
It's like it's a satire of Man Bites Dog from 1990. So yeah, I did see that, and that was brilliant.
So what you talking about?
I would have paid. They made a film for that. Take my money right now. That would have been awesome.
Man, just to go back, Man Bites Dog is a foreign film about a serial killer that's taking you through his day and his adventures, and then him snapping out. And so they do a satire.
So it's like Dexter.
It's more documentary feel. It's more raw.
Okay.
But so they do a version of Venom where it's like that, and he's just like this savage.
Well, okay. American Psycho. Ish. No.
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We just try if you're not familiar with it, we're just trying to give you that visual so you kind of know where they're going along those lines. At the end of the day, I mean, look, he hit the nail on the head. Spider-Man's not in it. And with Spider-Man in that universe, and we're going to talk a little bit later about how the acquisition of Fox into Disney is going to affect comic books, comic book movies, and all of the above. But right now, what we're going to do is we're about to take a musical break. I want y'all to always remember that we're going to rep the best hip-hop. And Ron, we're gonna let you go, but I want to say I really appreciate you calling in, bro. Much love.
Oh, no doubt. I'll be back every week, man. Thanks for having me. I'll talk to you soon.
Really appreciate
it. All right, Ron, I can't wait to get
Thank
you up in the booth, baby.
All right, God bless, man. Take care. Peace.
Peace. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna go ahead on and we're gonna put that music on for you. The best, the realest, and we true hip hop fans, so you'll only hear good music on this show. Look, we're going to take you out. Remember, PCRadioLive.com, streaming live all the time. And if you want to call in and talk to us after the fact, 877-226-0998. And next up, we're going to be talking about video games.